Hi, Jared. Nice to see you again. How are you?
Well, very well, thank you. Nice to see you too.
Yeah, great. Thanks. If you could just briefly introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and how you came to be in Japan.
Sure. My name is Jared Anderson, and I'm from New Zealand originally. Um, I came to Japan originally around about 12 years ago now, and I have my own private English school here in Hyogo Prefecture.
And what kind of school is it that you run?
It's a general English school. We teach students from toddlers up to adults. And we also do more specialized courses, for example, exam preparation, things like that.
And you mentioned that you're from New Zealand. Could you tell
Mhm.
everybody the name of your school?
Yes, my name is, the school's name is Kiwi English School.
Kiwi English. And for those that don't know about the Kiwi, could you tell us what the Kiwi is?
Sure. Well, there are three kiwis actually. The first one is the kiwi fruit, and the second being the kiwi bird, which is native to New Zealand, and the third being any person from New Zealand. We can refer to them as a kiwi.
Right. Okay. But the bird came first. Is that correct?
Ah, the bird is first, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
how long has it been running?
Over 10 years now. Hmm.
Over 10 years. Right. Wow. And what kind of challenges have you faced in that time?
Hmm. Um, when we first started, I think the challenges were um, keeping students on,
Right.
keep student retention, especially when the students get to the last year of elementary school. We tend to lost quite a few students around that age. Yeah.
Right. So they go off to Juku to study for
Mm,
entrance exams
yeah,
to junior
correct.
high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm,
That's an industry-wide issue, I think. I think you
mm,
can. I think school owners can sort of console themselves in that it's not about them. That's just the way things go.
mm,
So I think it's
mm,
important to maximize. Oh, it's great. Try and extend as many as you can.
mm,
Offering grammar and ACAN courses will help with that. But obviously,
mm,
you've got that prime time between ages of 3 and 12 where
mhm,
you can maximize your business.
mhm,
How many
mhm.
students, staff, and classrooms are you running?
So for the last 5 years or so, we've consistently had more than 150 students,
Right, it's great.
and that's in one classroom.
Wow, with
Mm.
one teacher.
And correct, one teacher and one Japanese school manager.
Yeah, right. So that's the two
Mm.
of you, 150 students, one classroom. It's a pretty tight and lean operation then, yeah?
Yeah, so capacity is really high. We have
Yeah,
um, we have maximum students at 6 per lesson,
yeah.
and from 3 to 9 throughout the week. It's pretty much at capacity.
That's
Mm,
great. That's
yeah,
great, and it's probably better to keep it at capacity than it is to open up another classroom, I would say.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm,
Well, congratulations on doing such a great job. You've
mm,
cornered the market in your town then, presumably, have you?
mm, mm.
Do you
Yeah.
see a decline in the demographics?
Um, I think the location we're at the moment is not yet,
Right,
but I'm anticipating this within the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years.
right.
Hmm.
And are you going to take any steps to address that?
Yeah, we are actually opening a new school, a new class.
Right,
So a
great.
new school in a slightly different area. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
fantastic. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
And you've been a long-term Happy Valley user, for which many many thanks. It's great having you as a
Mhm.
Happy Valley user, and you're always very positive about it. How did you first come across Happy Valley?
So I first came across it at a teaching expo, and I'm thinking that's around 8 years ago now.
Right,
Hmm. Where I came across your presentation of this
right.
of a series. Yeah,
Was it me doing the presentation, or was it Catherine?
I can't remember if it was just you or it was a mix between you and Catherine.
Right.
Hmm.
And what was the deciding factor? Why did you adopt Happy Valley?
So first of all, comparing it to all other series aimed at this age group, I think it was the most visually appealing
Right, thanks.
series. The characters really kind of jumped off the page, and I knew that they would be very popular with the kindergarten age
Right,
students.
that's great. And has that turned out to be the case?
Most definitely, yes.
Right, excellent, excellent. That's
Yeah,
good to hear.
and the the um, the activities in the series are really engaging. You know, using stickers, using a pencil to match color, things were definitely a deciding factor, and also the incredibly catchy songs and chants.
Right, great, thanks.
Mm,
Do
yeah,
they get stuck in the head a bit, do they?
that's one kind of downside about it is they will stick in your head. Yeah, when
Right.
you're out of the classroom. Mm.
So the teacher's running around for the rest of the day with it's a red car running around the head or something.
It- exactly. Yeah.
Do you have
Mm.
any particular songs that spring to mind as being effective, or the ones that are catchiest or easiest to learn, most effective?
Um, well, first of all, I have to talk about the chants,
Mm,
basic chants, and which I use um, in almost every lesson
right.
um, to get the students really mastering the vocabulary. And I use it together with the TPR. So
Right.
really get stuck in their heads and they can learn it.
Right.
Mm. And then as for songs, the one you mentioned is good.
It's a
It's
red car.
yeah, because it has the sounds of the transportations as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And do you find generally that the songs and the chants do the job they're intended to do in the unit?
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. I also use them as listening activities as well,
Right.
where they have to listen and then what's that one? What would you like for dinner? I would like
Yeah.
broccoli, peas, and soup, and they have to touch broccoli, peas, soup.
Right.
So not just as songs for singing, but yeah, I can use them also for listening exercises.
Right.
Hmm.
Great. Okay. And how about well, you said it's just you as the teacher and one member of staff. How about explaining Happy Valley to parents and following it for homework and progression, outcomes, that kind of thing?
Yeah, generally no problems. Yeah. I think the students can mostly do the homework activities by themselves.
Right.
Occasionally, we have parents asking for explanation on a specific homework activity in the workbooks.
Right.
Um, but I believe the parents, they have a copy of all the targets that we're trying to achieve.
Hmm.
They can go through and follow with the student to see their progress.
Right.
Yeah, and twice a year we have observation lessons as well, where
Right.
parents come and see the lessons, and that's when they really see how effective Happy Valley can be.
Right. Great.
Hmm.
So the parents recognize that Happy Valley itself is effective, or is it just that they've seen their children improve in their ability?
Yeah, I think a bit of both. I think they can see the course can keep the students um, interested in the lesson or focused for more than 30 minutes, so 30, 40, or 50-minute lesson.
Yeah. Great.
Mm. Hmm.
Do the students know the characters' names?
Most definitely, yes.
Right. Do they
Yeah,
know
I
all
think
of the fun
all of
animals'
the
names?
phonics. Yeah, I think all of the phonics. Yeah, most of them too.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that's great.
So if they go through the whole course of book 1, 2, and 3, by the end they'll definitely know the fun animals as well. Mm.
Yeah, great, great.
Mm.
So you use student book, workbook, and the phonics book, is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
right, great.
Mm.
And so that's fantastic. So you do. do the kids achieve the outcomes that are laid out in the syllabus and in the targets at the back of the book?
Yes, they do. So one thing I like about Happy Valley is it has one unit has 4 lessons, and occasionally I turn it into a 5-lesson unit,
Right.
but typically by the end of the unit, I can say the majority of, not all of students can definitely produce the language, or beyond that, even personalize it beyond the scope of the textbook as well.
Right. That was going to be my next question. So are
Ah,
they extending
yes,
and personalizing?
yeah. There's always room for that. That's what I.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think one of the surprising things as well is even the shy of students, when they start at my school, I can have them talking and producing sentences within 2 to 4 weeks.
Right. Great.
Yeah, even from the starters done student book 1.
Right. Great. And for
Mm.
you as a school owner and a teacher and working with your admin, how easy has Happy Valley been to implement into the business side of what you do, or the administration side of what you do?
Yeah, I think as a series, it's really attractive for the students, and also when we do trials lessons and things like that, I think it's really appealing to any newcomers. And yeah, as I said, there's support for parents as well. On a monthly basis, we actually give a playlist
Mm.
or recommend some songs for the students to study at home. And when I first started using Happy Valley, I really appreciated that each lesson can come with a printable lesson plan.
Mm.
That really helped when I was within my first 1 or 2 years.
Right.
There was
Yeah.
a big
Right.
difference. Yeah.
Do you still use those lesson plans now?
I don't
Right.
know. After a few years, I kind of got the hang of it.
Yeah.
But if I feel really confident, if I was to take on a new teacher, a new
Mm.
staff member, then they'll be able to use the lesson plans as well.
Right.
To get
Great.
started. Yeah.
And you also use Happy Valley Digital as well, right? Could you tell us a little bit about Happy Valley Digital and what you do with that?
Yeah. It's a bit of a game changer, actually. Yeah. So it's ideal for a teacher as it has each lesson's track list in order. So it can kind of just be like a play and go lesson. Everything's there. As to before, I was taking time, looking for songs and things like that. Now it's all in one place. And the really basic, having the flashcards on TV screen that all students can see, I think that was really great. They really appreciate looking at a screen, and instead of just holding up a flashcard. And some of the basic games on there have been quite effective as well.
Right, great. And do you use the books from the library, the new phonics books in the digital library in Happy Valley Digital?
I haven't been using them a lot in class, no. But it's something
Right.
I think I want to do, especially with the Happy Valley 3
Right.
use. Yeah.
And you can also set this you can assign those books to the children so they can do those at home. And they also have free access to all of the content in Happy Valley Digital, so they can obviously follow the lesson that you've just done with them. You can
Right.
assign a book to read, but then they can also just dip into the video library or the audio library and do anything they like. So a game changer. That's great to hear. Thinking about Happy Valley overall, what do you think we could improve or do better or add? What would you like to see from us?
So there's one game that I quite like. Is Find the Missing Flashcard on Happy Valley Digital.
Right.
Something leading on for that. One other basic game, whether it would be matching or something that that the students could do together, kind of at the presentation stage.
Right.
Yeah, I'd quite like something like that. And
Okay.
on a whole, I would love Happy Valley level 4. Actually,
Happy Valley level 4, right?
yeah, I would love that.
Right.
Similar style, but just for the kind of elementary first graders
Right.
who are just starting English, and I find a lot of the other textbooks at that age, I don't know, they have a lot, kind of like too much content.
Right.
I just feel like, yeah, there's a place for Happy Valley 4 there.
Happy Valley 4. Happy Valley 4. You want more. This is great to hear. So
Yeah, I'm serious.
maybe we could do a starter for an elementary series, or a summary of levels 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I'd definitely be interested in that.
Right, fantastic. That's great to hear. I'll
Mm.
keep you posted as our plans develop. We have actually laid out some groundwork for subsequent levels.
Mhm.
So I'll definitely consult with you if we do
Mm.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Do
please
you
do.
have any other general comments about Happy Valley, or to anybody watching who doesn't know
Mhm.
Happy Valley?
We did have a few issues with the stickers. I think it must have been 3 or 4 years ago, and I contacted the staff, um, and the problem was fixed almost immediately, and I really appreciated that support. I always feel like I'm just an email or a phone call away to
Mm,
receiving any support or help that I need.
that's good to know.
And um, I'm always looking forward to any new developments or anything to do with Happy Valley. Mm.
That's great. Thank you very much. We'll certainly keep you in
Mm.
touch. We've been through sort of quality control review, and we've changed our supplies. So we've
Mm.
moved over to a new printer. Quality's definitely gone up.
Mm.
There were some issues with a previous printer that we'd used, and that's all been solved now.
Mm.
But
Mm.
please do keep us informed of anything that you think
Mm.
needs our attention.
Mm.
And as ever, Jared, thank you so
Mm.
much for
Mm.
using Happy Valley, and we look forward to continuing to work with you. Thanks a lot.
Mm. Likewise. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, cheers.